Hello, friends. I wanted to take a moment to share with you the next episode in my continuing medical journey. It's been quite the ride, and I appreciate all the love and support you've shown me along the way. So let me dive into it. After undergoing the Impella ECP heart pump procedure, I embarked on the next phase of treatment, surgery to receive an LVAD or left ventricular assist device. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, an LVAD is an electromechanical pump that assists the heart in pumping blood throughout the body in support of cardiac circulation, which is used to either partially or to replace the function of the left ventricle of a failing heart completely. It's one of the two longer term solutions for individuals dealing with heart failure, and the other is heart transplant. The surgery to implant an LVAD is no small feat. It's an open heart procedure that lasted almost 6 hours in my case. It wasn't until just a couple of hours before I was wheeled into the operating room that the gravity of the situation truly hit me. I was overwhelmed with emotions, desperately trying to reach out to my family in the Philippines and my closest friends, praying fervently that it wouldn't be the last time I saw their faces. Let me describe what LVAD procedure briefly. So when you're getting an LVAD, the surgeon cuts down the middle of your chest and then opens up the chest bone to get a clear look at your heart. And once they've gained a good view, they pop in the device, a not so little metal rotator or pump. Now, this LVAD thing has a few parts. The main part goes into the heart, and there's a tube that carries blood to the body's main artery, the aorta. And from there, the blood gets pumped around your body. Plus, a driveline cord links the pump inside to a control unit and battery pack outside the body. Once everything is set up and the LVAD is operating correctly, they'll take you off the heart-lung bypass machine, and your LVAD will start pumping blood like a champ. Easy peasy. After the surgery, when I finally regained consciousness, 8 hours passed, and I found myself surrounded by the comforting presence of my spouse and the two caring nurses in the cardiothoracic ICU. It was a moment of profound relief. I was still alive. But there was also fear while still connected to the machines, with a tube in my mouth protruding from my body, which scared me more than the surgery itself. For the next 3 days, I remained in the ICU, battling fever and uncertainty. The nurses were my lifeline, tirelessly working to manage my temperature and ensure no complications. Finally, after 12 long hours, they removed the tube by asking me to cough it out. And with a quick pull by the nurse, the breathing tube was out, marking a significant milestone in the beginning of my recovery. I was receiving IV medications to prevent infections and thin my blood, and having tubes to drain fluids from the surgical wounds and urine from my bladder. You have no idea how many cords and tubes were attached in and out of my body, and the carousel of machines and monitors around me. It's remarkable how advanced medicine has become nowadays. But it's also scary for me to realize that I'm the one on the receiving end of these medical advancements, rather than just observing them as a curious bystander. From there, I was moved to a step down intermediate hospital room to continue my recovery. And each day brought new challenges, but also new milestones. I felt like a newborn, having to relearn the most fundamental human activities, such as talking, eating, standing, walking, and performing basic functions all over again. It was baffling. It was bizarre. Occupational and physical therapies and the many nurses in the hospital, including my fantastic spouse, became my daily companions, pushing me to become physically and mentally stronger. After 12 more days of hard work and determination, I received the best news that I was cleared to be discharged. Stepping out of the hospital, tears streaming down my face, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. 15 days post LVAD surgery, and after 45 days total in the hospital, I was finally going home. As we cruised down Lakeshore Drive with the car windows open, the crisp breeze of Lake Michigan on my face felt like pure freedom and a triumph. It feels good to be alive. Thank God Almighty. But the journey doesn't end here. A new chapter begins with the LVAD. A new chapter of recovery, strength, perseverance, and ultimately hope. While much work is still ahead, I'm ready to face it head on and prepare myself for a heart transplant once fully recovered. So to every one of you who has been by my side through it all, thank you. Your love and support have meant more to me than words can express. As I move forward on this journey, I do so with courage in my heart and a determination to embrace whatever lies ahead in this recovery. Here's to new beginnings and the promise of a brighter tomorrow with a continually beating heart. Thank you.